Muy buenos días a todos, qué emoción tenerlos aquí. Bienvenidos a esta apertura de mercado en BIVA. Mi nombre es María Arisa, soy directora general de BIVA y hoy estoy muy contenta porque tengo el gusto y el honor de recibir aquí en el piso de operaciones a Mohan Virdee, CEO de Markets Media Group. Esta es una plataforma mediática muy reconocida por su enfoque en noticias e información sobre los mercados de valores. Un poquito de información sobre Markets Media Group. Fue fundada en 2007, buscando ser el principal proveedor de información sobre trading y la tecnología de los mercados de capital. Su cobertura abarca acciones, renta fija, divisas y demás, dirigiéndose a gestores de inversión del buy side, intermediarios del sell side, bolsas de valores, plataformas de negociación, proveedores de tecnología y reguladores a nivel global. Uno de sus hitos más destacados es la creación de los Women in Finance Awards desde el 2016. Esta es una gala que reconoce la excelencia de las mujeres que van desempeñándose y creciendo en el sector financiero, y justamente esta semana va a tener su edición, su primera edición en América Latina. Estamos muy honrados de que esto esté sucediendo aquí. Y bueno, me gustaría para ello hablar un poco más con Mohan. Let's switch to English if that's okay with you to start our conversation. So Mohan, please, can you tell us a little bit about Markets Media Group and its mission, please?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Maria. It's a truly honor to be here, and we really appreciate you hosting myself and Markets Media Group. Thank you for the introduction. I think that made perfect sense, and I was going to say a lot less, but no, as Maria said, we launched in December 2007, a friend to the market covering the institutional securities industry, sometimes retail, but we do that across the buy side, the sell side, the exchanges, the trading platforms, as well as the technology providers. We have several platforms which provide daily content, marketsmedia.com, obviously, Traders Magazine, which is a leading North American equity and equity options publication. Then we also have The Desk out of London, which is really primary and secondary fixed income trading markets. We have DerivSource, speaks for itself. Global Trading, which has a really strong footprint in Asia Pacific area, was domiciled in Hong Kong. And Trader TV, which obviously is self-explanatory. So our mission really is to service the large institutions and small, but the big banks, the big buy side, the big asset managers, hedge funds, exchanges, who all form our core readership, but also our core client base. And that's pretty much the gist of Markets Media.
Excellent. I wanted to ask you if you could share the story behind the Women in Finance program. How did it begin, and what could you tell us about it?
Well, it's a funny story, actually, Maria. So we've been running the Markets Choice Awards out of New York, and they're it's a venue where we recognize companies and platforms and products and what have you. So there's always a very male-heavy audience, if you like 85%. And a lot of the women after the ceremonies would come up to me, going back 2013, saying, Mohan, why aren't you doing this for women in finance? So they would really, sort of grab me. And so I would say, well, what do you mean, awards? And they say, absolutely, awards. So we started off in 2015, very small event, 50, 60 people in the audience. We had about 20 awards recipients, women from all different sectors that we cover. And fast forward that to November, decade on, November 24, last year in New York, we recognized 70 women. We had 300 plus. We also, Asia Pacific in Singapore, it's in its 7th annual. Europe in London is in its 5th annual. So, and I think, just back of the envelope maths, we've recognized some 600 plus women over the last 10 years, and we haven't scratched the surface, and we're spanning now 3 or 4 continents. And we can't take the credit for it. It was those first individuals who really pushed us to do this.
Amazing. It's so important that you visualize what women do around the world in finance. Thank you so much for that. That will change the whole path. I'm so sure of it.
We hope so.
So what prompted you to launch this new chapter of Women in Finance Latin America Awards? And why did you choose Mexico City to be the location?
Well, thank you. So we've been talking about Latin America for a number of years now, primarily because for our New York Women in Finance programs, we would receive a lot of submissions for very exceptional women in the Latin American market, either covering it or based in Latin America. And so we were talking, but we could never recognize them. And so then the conversation started to progress, and in the end we said, we have to do it. Take the first step, like you would with anything. And so here we are, looking forward to Thursday's gala. And it's the right thing to do. And why Mexico City? Mexico has a very sophisticated financial market. It's very evolved. It's perfectly located vis-a-vis the U.S. financial capital markets. You have your first woman president.
Yes.
You have trailblazers like yourself. So I think the bigger question is, why not Mexico?
Right. We're so excited to have you here. Please, this is your home. Thank you so much for what you're doing for women here in Mexico City and Latin America and in the globe. And we're very, very proud in BIVA to be part of this. Con eso, si les parece bien, vamos a arrancar, vamos a ir a la mesa y vamos a iniciar nuestras operaciones del mercado del día de hoy con esta apertura de mercado. Me siento muy, muy orgullosa de todos los que nos están acompañando, pero este momento para nosotros es muy especial. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you so much, Maria. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Acompáñenos, vamos a la apertura.